Hi everybody, welcome back to this special summer episode of Project People Podcasts. And I'm delighted to introduce my next guest, a very special person who's made her mark in sporting history. In 2022, Irene Puente Gil became the Spanish boxing champion in the under 63 kilo category. But she's a sportswoman with quite a brain. Irene is also a primary school teacher who specialises in teaching English as a foreign language, and she holds a master's degree in bilingual education. And if that's not enough, she's also studying for yet another master's degree in women's nutrition and sport. And on top of that, she's preparing to become a qualified nutritionist. Almost nothing, casi nada, as they say in Spain. Anyway, in this interview, Irene reflects on her time as a boxer and how she discovered her passion for competing and how even she was surprised by her rapid success after just a few years in the sport. She also shares her decision as to why she decided to step away from competitive boxing and what led to that choice. We also chat about her incredible background. She comes from a family with a rich legacy in education and the arts. In fact, one of her relatives has multiple streets named after him. Impressive genes for sure, but Irene shines in her own right. She is insightful, intelligent, she radiates positivity, she's naturally open and utterly charming. And I really enjoyed our conversation. So get ready for this feel-good episode. This is Project People Podcasts, a knockout legacy, boxing, education, and a positive mindset. Okay, so Irene Puente Gil, thank you so much. It's my absolute pleasure to interview you on Project People Podcasts.
Well, you're welcome. It's my pleasure to be here.
I'm so grateful because I have to say, the first time I saw you in the gym, you made quite an impression on me. I saw this tall, beautiful young woman doing pull-ups with a chain around your waist and weights attached to them. And I'm like, how is that humanly possible? And I remember one day, you probably don't remember. I remember one day we were training here at Metropolitan.
I do remember.
And I said, oh, qué buen día hace, or something like that. And you instantly knew that I wasn't Spanish. And then we connected over being bilingual. Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself, what you do, a little bit about your background.
That question is actually really difficult for me to answer because my name is Irene Puente, but that doesn't really tell you anything about me. I'm a teacher, but that doesn't tell you anything about me because I feel like I'm a lot of different persons. Yeah. So I'm a teacher. I'm a primary education teacher. I specialized in English as a second language because I'll tell you a little bit more about this later. But my mom's American, but my dad's Spanish. And I come from a bilingual background, so I've always been really interested in this. And then my mom is also a teacher.
Have you actually lived in America before?
No, never.
But your accent's absolutely perfect.
Well, my mom made a really big effort when I was little, and then my part of the family that comes from my mom still lives there. So when I was young, I used to spend like a month every year over there with my family.
And what part of America?
They're from New Jersey.
Okay. Oh, you've even got the accent. That's amazing. It always impresses me so much. My kids are also bilingual and also have my accent, although they grew up here. And it always bewilders me that I've been here for so many years and I still have an English accent when I speak Spanish, but they speak Spanish perfectly. You speak English perfectly. Okay, if we can start, because when I first met you, I did do a little bit of Instagram stalking. I hope you don't mind.
No, I don't mind at all.
And I found out, well, I think somebody told me, do you know that girl was boxing champion in 2022 for Spain in the under 63 kilo category? So that absolutely bewildered me. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's like sports history. How does it feel to be a champion of boxing?
I still don't really believe it because I started boxing because it was something that I really liked. I saw people doing and I was like, oh, I feel like I would really like to practice that sport. And it started off like a hobby. And
how old were you when you started?
I was pretty old. I was like 20 something.
Yeah.
And I started training. I fell in love with the sport. I kept going back every day. And I started telling my coach, I want to compete. And he was like, no, you don't want to do that. And I was like, I want to. So I spent a whole year after my coach, I want to do this. I want to do it. And he wouldn't take me seriously, but he finally did. And then I just, when I walked out to the ring, I was like, oh, this is my sport. I love it. I loved it.
But what is it particularly about boxing? I have to be honest, I don't know a lot about boxing. I have been looking a few things up. But what is it that particularly attracts you to boxing? Because from a non-boxing point of view, you just think, oh my God, that must hurt so much. But what is it that
the thing is that people are used to watching professional boxing, and it's a little bit more of a show.
Yeah.
No T-shirts, the face-offs and people being nasty. But the thing is that there's another side of that sport, which is Olympic boxing, the one they do at the Olympics. Here in Spain, they call it amateur boxing, but there are like really good boxers. really good. And it's not so much about hurting your opponent, but like being able to get some points.
Okay.
And it's very technical. Like people think it's easier, like you just have to throw punches. It's super technical. And it's very physical.
Yeah.
It's very demanding. You have to train a lot. You have to be strong. You have to be fast. You have to be accurate.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you train, there's always so much that you can still learn and improve.
So how long were you actually, when you started boxing and you decided to compete to the championship, how much time passed?
Well, not a lot of time. The thing is, I started boxing. I did my first competition.
Yeah.
I did terrible, but I had so much fun. I was like, I want to do this again. I lost. And then I did 2 more competitions, and then the pandemics happened.
Okay.
So I had to stop.
Right.
And then right after that, I was getting ready to go to the national championship, and I did all the training camp. I got ready for it, and I went to Murcia with the Aragon team.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got there, one of the teammates from Aragon tested positive on COVID.
Oh, wow.
And I was with him on the car.
Yeah.
So they sent me back to Zaragoza without competing, and I was like, why is this happening to me? And then I stopped for a little.
Yeah.
And but I still had that thing in me, so I went to Madrid on a teacher training. So I went to one of the clubs where my team had a place to train.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, there's actually a competition here in Madrid in a couple of weeks. Would you like to come?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I went to it was a women's tournament.
Yeah.
I won both of the fights, and then from there I just kept on going, and then the national championship
happened. Were you
happened.
expecting to do so well?
Oh no, not
so
at all.
quickly.
It was like such a surprise for me. The thing is that I'm really tall, so I have a very like long reach.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is that an advantage to you?
Well, it is if you know how to use it.
Okay.
Because the thing is that my reach is like so it's easier for me to get to my opponent without her getting to me. The thing is that since in boxing, you compete on weight.
Yes.
I'm usually a lot thinner than my opponents. They're stronger, bulkier.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's scary.
Yeah. Actually, I saw a picture of, is it Laura? I saw her name on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Was her name?
I don't remember her.
You know who I mean.
Yeah, Laura, the one from
the one
final.
from the
Yeah.
And I saw the size of her. I mean, she's a chunky woman, much shorter than you, but she looked really strong.
Well, same weight, but like different composition.
Yeah. So it must be really difficult for you to maintain. I mean, it's my question really. Is it difficult for you to maintain that weight? Because you are really tall. That's not much weight.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the reasons why I stopped boxing.
Okay.
Because I won the national championship, and then they do this thing. It's called a Copa Iberdrola.
Yeah.
And we did it in Madrid. I don't remember the name of the place. It's like it's outside in one of the famous squares of Madrid. And what they do is people from the national Spanish team fight against people who did well on the championship.
Okay.
So it's a really big thing. And that was my last fight. I won. And then I said, okay, but I'm done. I'm over. Because I did it for fun, and it started being something that I kept forcing myself. I need to train. I need to. And one of the main reasons was the weight cuts. Yeah. Because I was fighting under 63 kilos, and I'm probably like 71 or something like that. Yeah. And it's also because I've been training a lot of strength, but I was normally around 67 kilos, and I had to make weight cuts, and I didn't like it because it's
not natural for your size.
It's not natural
to be that
because
thin.
I'm a tall woman, and I eat really clean. Like, I enjoy eating nutritious foods. I don't eat ultra processed. So at the end, what I had to do was cut like
calories.
The amount of calories I was taking while I was training like a crazy woman. So
and that's miserable, really. It makes you so unhappy if you're hungry.
It makes
all
you
the time.
unhappy, and I always had a great relationship with food, and like after the weight cuts, I just wanted to binge eat everything I could.
Actually, just picking up on the nutrition thing, I read that you're a vegan.
I am.
And that really surprised me because I see you've got a lot of muscle mass, and I'm like, how is it humanly possible? Everyone's talking about protein. I know you. Well, you tell me. How do you get your protein? How do you build that muscle and be completely vegan? Yes. No eggs, no meat?
Nothing. And I've been completely vegan for 9 years.
That's tough in Spain.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I really like eating at home.
Okay,
so
okay, yeah.
It's more difficult when you go out.
Yeah.
Because there aren't a lot of vegan places that are good.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I really like nutrition as well. I'm actually studying now to become a nutritionist. It's just a matter of knowing what to eat.
Right, okay. So what would be a typical day for you? What would you eat? Sort of breakfast, lunch and dinner?
Okay, so breakfast, it depends on whether because I usually train at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And I only have like a little, like a rice cake, one of those things before training. And then what I do for breakfast, I have oats with oat milk, banana, and a little bit of peanut butter, which I love. Yeah. I'm so happy we have it in Spain now.
That's true. Is it? Did it not used to be available in Spain? Because it's a very American thing, isn't it?
No. And the ones that were available had like a lot of sugar. Now you get 100% peanut butter. So oats with banana and peanut butter, and then for snack I just have a piece of fruit, and then my lunches are really big. I usually have salads, but my husband laughs because when everybody sees my, they're like, "That's not a salad." Like, yes, it is. I like to put everything on it.
Hardcore salad.
So so what I try to do is have some veggies or lettuce or whatever. A little bit of carbs. I either have quinoa or rice or whatever, and then a lot of beans, legumes.
Okay, that's where the protein comes from, presumably.
Yeah, because nowadays we have tofu, we have a lot of alternatives, but I really like to eat like real food.
Is your husband vegan as well?
No, we always laugh about it because he was vegan when we started going in. I was like, "You tricked me."
He's also a sportsman.
You
can see he's quite good.
He is really good.
Is he a boxer as well?
Yeah, that's how we met.
Oh wow! Okay.
We both box. Yeah, and he's part of the reason why I got to win the championship, because it's a lot easier when the person you share your life with trains with you, and he's there like through the struggles. He also went to the championship.
Yeah.
And no, he's not vegan. He used to be, but he's comercial. So he has to eat a lot out of the house, and it was difficult for him. So whenever we're home, he does eat vegan except for eggs.
Okay.
And then when he goes outside, he eats a little bit of
everything.
Well, I think
that's a real achievement. I was going to say logro. It's a real achievement because apart from, well, I suppose you know a lot about food. You say you're studying nutrition. So I'm jumping all over the place, but just bear with me. So nutrition, teaching. I believe you've just done a master's in something else.
In bilingual education.
Super sportswoman. How do you find the time to do everything?
I don't know. This year was crazy. I have to be honest with you, because I took on too many things.
Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like I'm really lucky with the routine that I have and what I've established and built with my husband.
Yeah.
Because we're both exactly the same. He works really hard but really enjoys like the healthy part of life. So we wake up really early in the morning. Yeah. I wake up at 5:45 because we also have a greyhound that needs a lot of attention. I walk the dog. We have a fast coffee. We come here. We train. I go to school. He goes to work. And then in the afternoons, I've been studying and he has been working. But we're very strict with like our sleep.
Yeah.
We have those orange glasses so that...
What's that?
You've never heard of it?
Oh my God. No. Tell me.
It's about like respecting your circadian rhythm.
Okay.
So once the sun goes down, we put on our orange glasses and we don't get exposed to, we try to not to use the phones, no screens, no blue light.
Yeah.
And then we go to bed really early.
What's early for you?
I'm usually in bed by 9.
Wow,
People
I
are
love
like,
that.
"What?"
I love that because I just find when I was your age, actually, I don't know how old you are, Irene.
How old do you think?
Well, about 25, I'd
No,
say.
what?
I mean, I know you're not 25 because I don't actually know your age, but I mean, you must be older because of the dates that I've looked at. But
I'm 32.
well, you look amazing. Oh my God, 32 is such a baby. But when you get to my age, oh, granny, sleep becomes so important because you don't sleep as well when you're older. Well, that's my experience. So I'm really interested in the orange glasses thing.
Oh yeah, I'll show them to you because and I think that what makes the most difference is no screens.
Okay, yeah, that's tough, isn't it? Because we're all so hooked these days. I mean, I swore I was never going to become a scroller, but I am a scroller.
Me
it
too.
Catches you, it traps you. It's so difficult. And I try to read books at night, and that always helps me to sleep. But that's really interesting. Yeah. So sleep is really important to you, but that's lovely. That's such a luxury, isn't it?
And that's how I get to deal with all of this because otherwise I feel like I wouldn't be able to do it. But I really
absolutely.
take
I just have one more question about boxing,
of course.
if that's okay, because mentally, how has boxing, has it influenced you, your mindset in other parts of your
definitely.
life? In what way?
Well, in every way, because it's funny because like winning the championship was an isolated event. It happened once, but it's like kind of defined me for. I feel like it's something that's always gonna be there, like in my. And whenever I'm doing something, I was like, I got to win the Spanish championship of boxing. I can do this. So, like, it empowers me.
Oh my God, I love that.
Especially because the championship was in June, and you're a teacher. You know how crazy the end of the school year is.
Horrible.
So every year I started to get a little bit anxious, like, oh my God, how am I going to do? I was like, I did this one year, and I also won the Spanish championship, so I can do it.
So you can never chicken out of anything because you've always got that. I am the champion. Oh my God, that's
and it's funny, but it works for me.
Yeah. Do you have a really positive mindset? How do you maintain that? I mean, presumably you do, but you're giving me that vibe anyway. Yeah,
I have a really positive mindset. Like, my mom always laughs at me because I get like every year I have the best class every year. Like I see the good out of everything. She sometimes calls me Pipa because I'm like sometimes too happy about life.
Have you always been like that as a child as well?
Yes. I've always been like this. But then there's that part of me, but then there's also a part of me that I'm really autoexigente with myself.
Okay.
And I don't like that part about me.
Okay.
Because sometimes I feel like I can't do something and just do it. I need to do everything the best I can. I need to do everything perfect. And that's something that I need to work on. I am working on it, but still it's...
Yeah, that's tough. But I mean, I think in a way it's better to be like that than to kind of just give up on everything. True. But at least you recognize that as something. I'm sure you'll be the best at dealing with that as well if you have that mindset. Okay, now you mentioned your mum, and your mum is a real important person in bilingual teaching. Yes. Really quite a referente, if you like. I can't think of the word in English now. Very influential person in bilingual teaching. I'm also a bilingual teacher, and a few years ago I met your mum. We did a course together, teacher training. So how has she influenced you in your choice of job, if you like?
Well, she has completely influenced me because my mom is a great teacher, but she's also a great person.
Yeah.
I look up to her. I see her and I'm like, I want to be like her. The energy that she brings everywhere she goes, and I'm getting emotional.
I love that.
Because I feel like I'm really, really fortunate to have that because I share everything with her. And we're both very passionate about teaching. So I'm very lucky. Every time I want to do something, like I was thinking of this, and she was like, oh, that's a great idea. Have you thought of? And then we start building on that idea. Yeah. And I think that's precious.
Absolutely. I mean, I met your mum on a weekend in Alcoriza that we were both. It was my very first job as a teacher trainer. And I was bowled over by her because she was so nice.
She is the nicest person ever.
She's so nice. And also, because she's so important, everybody knows Vicky Gil, everybody knows her, all the people doing the oposiciones in the university, the book she's written. But I'm like, but she's just such a nice woman. You know, she seems so lovely. So that's the first thing. And actually, you gave me exactly the same vibe when I met you. Oh my God, look at her. She's so powerful and beautiful and strong. And she's so nice. At the end of the day, it counts, doesn't it? It really does.
Yes.
And what makes you a good teacher? What kind of teacher are you? What's your style?
Well, that's a really difficult question. I think that, at least what I'm most proud of is that I really, 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 really love all my students and make them feel loved. And I try to do the best in making them being good people.
Oh, I love that.
And we have a lot of fun. Sometimes I'm like, one day they're going to fire me because they're like my friends, my little friends.
What age do you teach?
This year I finished with second primary.
Okay.
7, 8.
Yeah, that's cute. They're really cute.
They're very cute.
And what kind of style do you teach in your school? I know we're quite bound by what our school wants us to teach, but what kind of methodology do you use?
Well, I also consider myself very lucky.
Yeah.
This is like what happens to me all the time. My school is really into innovation, so they let us do whatever we want to do. They trust us, and they even give us a lot of teacher training.
Yeah.
So we work through projects.
Nice.
What I love teaching is English as a foreign language, and I also teach science in English.
Yeah.
And that's like where I get to do whatever I want to do because it's just to me.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a lot of teacher training on CLIL. We've worked with Lynn Clark, a lot of deep thinking. So
wonderful. Yeah, and that's really good. Yeah, no, you sound like you make a really, really good teacher. I bet the kids love you.
They do. Sometimes, like, I'm not sure how much they're learning, but I'm sure they're having a really good time.
I don't know where you went to school yourself. Where did you study?
I went to Compañía de María, which is the school I work at. And I also went to Juan de la Nuza.
Okay.
Because my mom was a teacher there.
Okay. So Juan de la Nuza is, for the listeners that don't know, is a private bilingual school, really good school. And Compañía also has a really good reputation for language learning. I teach in the Pública, but that's one of the ones that we kind of, we hear a lot about. How has language teaching changed since you were at school?
Well, the thing is that when I went to Juan de la Nuza, which, as you said, it's a private bilingual school, they were already doing a lot of the things that the rest of the schools weren't doing, but now are doing.
Okay.
So I feel like I got to live a bilingual education that I believe in and that I've learned about, and I see that works.
Okay.
Because some of the things that I see is that with my colleagues, the bilingual education or the English classes that they went to were the traditional ones, and it's really hard for them to let go of what they used to do, even with the parents.
Yeah,
it's like,
I get that. I get that. Well, they don't know the verb to be. I'm like, they don't need to
be
able to recite the verb to be. They can speak, they can understand me. Don't worry about it. But the parents are stuck in that mindset of they need to study grammar.
They need to study grammar and even with the teachers, because they're like, oh, their English is really bad, and I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
They don't know the present, and I was like, no, they don't know that. They know how to use it.
Exactly.
They just don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. And I mean, I think since I started in 2004, 2005 in Zaragoza, I've seen a massive change.
Yes.
Younger teachers are more prepared. The students that are coming from the university know their stuff, whereas it used to be, where's the workbook? Where's the activity book? They know their stuff. Teachers are highly educated now. Lots of people are studying various things. There's a really high level of teaching. And I think, in Spain, I don't know if you agree, they often have an inferiority complex, the teachers, like we're no good. And I think when you go outside, I don't know if your school does the Erasmus project.
No, we don't do it.
Well, we've been the last couple of years to different countries, Denmark, Turkey, Iceland, many different countries, our school. And we've actually seen that in Spain, we're doing really good work. So you sometimes think, Spain's at the end of the line, if you like. But, I think there's really, really good practice here. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I want to ask you a little bit about your American Spanish identity.
Okay.
So what do you relate to more? Do you feel Spanish? Do you feel American?
Well, I feel Spanish because my mom is American, but my grandparents were Spanish.
Yeah.
So I feel like all my blood's Spanish.
Okay.
But I love the fact that I was able to be raised in both in both places. I definitely feel Spanish because my mom feels really Spanish, although she is very American.
Yes. But what aspects of like the American culture do you like? And what are the main things about American culture that you think you like more perhaps than the Spanish, and vice versa? Is there something that you...
I wouldn't know, because as I told you, I used to go there every summer for a month, and I haven't been there since maybe before COVID, like the year before COVID. And I feel like I've changed a lot as a person, because I used to love going there, and we used to take empty suitcases and buy everything we could. And now I'm totally different. Like I try to buy as little as possible.
Yeah.
And there are definitely some things about the American culture that I don't like.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just for me, when I go there, it's like home. I get to stay at my tia Piti's house, which makes me really makes me really happy.
Your family were Spanish in America, and I know that you have a very famous granddad.
Yes.
Let me see if I pronounce it right. Ildefonso Manuel Gil.
Yes.
Is that right? Very famous, who won the Medalla de Oro de Zaragoza. He was a poet. Is that right?
He was a poet.
Tell me a little bit about him. That must make you so proud.
It makes me really proud.
Wow.
I actually, like, when I first started getting tattoos, it was all, like, part of my granddad's poems.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, he was a poet, but same thing as my mom. He was a poet, but he was a great person. It was incredible to be around him. And I remember being really little and going to places, and I was like, my grandfather's famous, like, because people would like really want to talk to him, and it made me so proud of him and happy. And he was a poet. He moved to the States, and that's when my mom was born, because actually my mom's the only American one in the family. Okay. And she's the one living here, and the rest are living there, so it's very...
Okay. So she was born in America?
She was born in America.
Okay.
And she lived there until she finished college, but she fell in love with my dad, so she moved back to Spain as soon as she could. And my grandparents moved back with her.
Is there a particular... I read also that he's got a street named after him in Zaragoza.
He's got a street in Zaragoza, one in Daroca, and another one in Paniza.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That must feel so special. Oh, my goodness.
Some people were like, I live in that street. I'm like, well, that's my grandfather.
Has his legacy influenced you in any way?
Definitely. Yeah, because, I come from a family of teaching. He was also a professor in New York when he lived there. Yeah. And, that's something that I always carry with me.
And what about his work? Is there a particular verse or poem that is special to you? I imagine you've read all of his works.
Yes. There are a lot of them, but my favorite one is this one. It's Víveme. He used to write a lot about his death and when that moment would come, and in this poem he says Víveme en tus recuerdos. So it's like I like to keep that in mind, and every time like I think of him, I feel like he's still alive and with me.
Oh, wow. And to have that legacy that his work lives on for generation to generation must make you feel so proud. So you come from some good blood there, Renee.
Yes.
Absolute thoroughbred. Well, where do you see yourself in the future? I mean, you've achieved so many things at such a young age. Where do you go from here? What's your kind of meta, your goal, if you like, for the next few years?
I really don't know. I'm really passionate about everything I do, so I really never know what's going to come next.
Okay, that's okay.
Because I love teaching, but I also love doing sports. I love training. I recently started having like this urge to learn about nutrition, and then so now I'm studying that. That's why at first when you asked me who are you, I was like, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Well, to me, you seem to be a wonderful person.
Thank you.
And also you can see from all of your core values, it's about being a good person. You sound like you're an empath with yourself, and you've achieved so many things. You've got a wonderful family. You're a lovely person. I can't stop repeating that. And I just wanted to say thank you, because I think your story is going to be really inspirational to people.
Okay, thank you.
That you can be such a powerful woman and so nice at the same time. And you made history. So like your granddad, like your mum, you've made history.
God. Oh my God. No, I wish.
You absolutely have. So thank you so much for being my guest on
me.
Project People, and good luck for the future.
Okay, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thanks.